What's up, guys? Welcome to FF Interactive. Thanks for joining us there, Captain. Hey, turn down. You listening to me on multiple devices over there, I tell you.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Awesome. Hey, guys, what's going on, man?
Not much. We were last week when you were sick. We were talking about that intro.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the part where I'm just like, boom, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get one added to him. He was doing this last week. Get that.
He was doing the eagle. The eagle. I'm not putting that in there. That's trash.
No, nothing new. It was a peacock.
Oh, okay. Is that what peacocks do? Are they fly?
Yeah, it's a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
You gotta let me fly, Captain. Too funny. Well, hey, glad to be with you guys this week. Since I was sick last week, thanks for just filling in for me there, Captain. Much appreciated. So, anywho, glad to be back this week for a Would You Rather but Redraft edition, since y'all did Dynasty last week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun. Let's see who's over in our chat right now. We got Jay Gore over there. Well, what's up? Ollie Boss God, I'm offended. Where is Tony? Tony's
yeah, we're not enough.
Yeah, we're just not enough for you, huh, Ollie Boss God? Dang.
Tony.
Coming out of the we flipped the calendar into August and everybody's coming back out of the woodworks, waking up from their long summer slumbers, just bears out of hibernation.
Exactly. Oh, all right. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna put a little message over here on Instagram for people to know that they can join us over on YouTube to see everybody. Anyways, talk amongst yourselves.
AJ back too.
Oh, nice.
To talk some more crap, I'm sure. And Albert's in. Now we're complete.
There he is.
Now we're complete.
Love
Show
that.
can start.
So now, yeah. So would you rather redraft version? This is the first redraft anything we've done all off season.
Well, because off season is not for redraft, right? It's mostly for
because it's go time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drafting, trying to schedule all these drafts is proven interesting.
I agree. So who wants to kick us off with our first one?
Go for it. Since you weren't here last week, you get to go first.
Okay. And I'm sorry if I repeat some matchups that y'all had last week. Tristan the kid over here says, I just want to see you. Love that. I put on there that they can join us on YouTube to see everyone on camera. They just want to see me. I understand. The eye candy makes sense, face of the operation. Oh wait, that's probably you, Captain. You're probably Tony, then you, then wish list, then me, then Kyle. That's probably how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I'm way down the list.
Oh, see there. So Jay Gore says that's why your boy hasn't been here. I never played Dynasty. You got to get in it, man. Dynasty is the way to go.
Dynasty's a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it's definitely for addicts.
Absolutely. Albert he wants to know if we're doing this based on ADP. Some of it yes, some of it no. I'm gonna pull some out that's just based off of like gut and like if I was at that position or something. Just kind of fun. Appreciate you, Tristan.
The good news is the ADP I tried to use last week, I can actually use this week that we're doing redraft.
I love it. All right, I'll kick it off.
ADP stuff last week.
I'll kick it off. I know what like ADP and stuff says, but I'm just gonna go not based off ADP with my first one. Would you rather have this season Breece Hall or Javonte Williams? Both coming off their injuries.
I'm gonna say
I think it's Breece Hall.
Ooh, already a disagreement too.
Man, this is a tough one.
Yeah. Well, I think Breece Hall's injury was a little bit less than Javonte's because Javonte had some extra tears, some extra ligaments, some meniscus damage. So I think just that complicates a little bit. There's a lot of stability that's not there. I think they just want to take their time with him. I think both should have their time taken with them, but I do think Breece's might be easier to come back from. But yeah, neither are very good. in redraft leagues, I'm kind of fading them both a little bit for that reason.
How many games do you think each of them will miss? Do you think Brees misses more than Javonte at the beginning of the season?
I think it depends if they get Dalvin Cook.
Well, I think regardless, I think Brees will miss more games, but I think Javonte should take a couple off. I think Javonte is trying to rush back a little too early.
And there's no reason for it. It's not like Denver's fighting in that division right now.
Right.
Yeah. I think they're going to bring him back too early, and he's going to struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should miss. I think they'd be smart to let him miss the first 6 games.
I mean, maybe 4. 6 is a bit much. Chill out. I've got him on a roster, so let's not get too crazy.
But you've got
Hey,
him
I love him too.
You got him on a dynasty roster. I'm with Captain here. Like, I think in redraft, I'd probably knock him down.
I'm not drafting either one in redraft, if I'm being honest.
I love them both in
That's
dynasty,
not the question. It's which one. If you had the choice between the two, that's the game, guys.
If I had to pick one, I'd say
I think it's
Javonte,
Brees
because I think he's going to play earlier.
That's fair.
Interesting. Project V Football on IG says Brees. Tristan says both have high ceilings, but one lacks a QB and superb weapons. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm giving a big boost to Javonte because I think he's going to miss less games. And then I'm curious on what he does with Sean Payton. If I'm being honest, I think he's gonna open that up. Love Brees Hall, but I'm just not sure how much he's gonna miss this year, and that kind of makes me nervous. And how slowly they're gonna work him back. So
yeah.
And once he is back, what's that split with Cook look like if they sign Cook, which is looking more and more like they are.
Yep.
And that's the biggest thing.
They might take it easy on him all year just to make sure he's back to 100%. So
very possible. Very possible. Makes me a little nervous. Let's see. AJ wants to know what's in the empty cup. It's actually Coke and peanut butter whiskey. So that's what's in there. And then Cowboy fan tears are in the cup. Get out of here. Jay Gore. That's messed up, man. I thought we were friends. Don't need
now
you
him
to
and AJ just made a best friend, so now they're gonna sit over there and talk crap all night.
I love this. They sell 5-gallon bottles of Cowboy fan tear juice. Yeah, that's why they're the richest franchise in the world of any sports franchise. So they just sell that tear juice, and the haters drink it up like Haterade. Okay, we got
my U.S. women's soccer tear juice is full after last night's game. Ugh.
Oh man, no doubt,
The other football.
That's all right. Captain knows all about that Canadian women's soccer team also not doing so hot.
Are they still in? I thought they were long gone.
I mean, they're still in the group stage, but they lost 4-0 the other day. After, never mind. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just saying they won their They came to an agreement for their equal pay, so that they didn't strike and not play in this World Cup. They came to an agreement and still didn't play. So I don't know what's going on with that. Lost 4-0. Anyways, okay, we have a couple of people asking for different stuff. Like, here's one: Jonathan Taylor or Josh Jacobs?
Say that again.
Jonathan Taylor or Josh Jacobs? Which one would you rather have redraft this year?
Taylor.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have.
It's a better bet he plays at this point. Jacobs ain't even in Vegas.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what Richardson can do for that offense if it opens it up more for JT. I like that. I don't think Garoppolo is going to open that defense at all for Jacobs.
I agree.
Even if they both play, I want Taylor. I think he's just a better talent.
Put all your DBs on Devontae Adams. Let everyone else just swarm, and that's like Oakland, like done. Raiders are done.
The team, the system, everything's just.
You just bash them because Tony ain't here. Those Raiders are awful.
Raiders are trash. All right, we have another one over here. Where was it? I saw it. Oh, Saquon or Bijan?
In redraft.
That's tough, actually.
I'm gonna go Saquon this year,
Yeah, like
just
I'm
because
old.
of where you have to take Bijan for
That's
a rookie
tough,
running
man.
back on a subpar team. I'd rather give Saquon a shot this year.
See, my thing is I don't know how much they're gonna let Bijan run in a lot of games if they're getting like absolutely blown out. Like they might take it easy, try to do more to get Ritter to develop. I wonder if they'll like take their foot off the gas and not like run him into the ground into games because they're gonna get blown up in a lot of games. So I
Yeah,
don't expect like he could catch a bunch, which could be really exciting, but so is Saquon. Saquon can do it
yeah,
all as well.
yeah.
It's
I'm going with.
close. It's close.
It is close, but yeah, I'm going
It's very
Saquon.
close.
Yeah, I think on that one, I'm more of a safe play kind of guy there. I know what Saquon can do, and I know what his role in that offense will be. So I'm going to go Saquon there over Bijan in redraft. If it were Dynasty, I'd be taking the chance on Bijan, but I want to see what Bijan can do. So let's see. Poop emoji or poop emoji? I think I'm going with right Twix on that one.
That's kind of like that South Park episode where they have to vote, and
Is
it's
it my
like,
left
would
or
you
your left?
rather vote for the giant douche or the shit sandwich?
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. AJ wants to know, do any running backs actually catch a bunch anymore? I mean, Eckler.
Yeah, the problem is the ones that catch aren't the ones that run.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no
They're
one that
labeled,
really. Those 3 down backs are slim to none anymore.
they're labeled the same position, but they literally do two different things.
Hold on, I'm just looking at last year's stats. Is this right? Ramondre Stevenson caught 69 passes. Is that right?
Yeah, I think he did
Sounds
pretty
right,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did it all, man. He's one of the very few.
Yeah. Joe Mixon had 60, Jones had 59, Saquon 57, Kamara 57, but Jerick McKinnon 56,
Oh my god, how annoying is that? League
Jacobs
winner.
53, Rashad White had 50.
What's crazy is Jerick McKinnon. I feel like his all
Yeah.
came in like the last 5 weeks of the entire season. 2 regular season and 3 playoff weeks. I feel like.
And half of them scored touchdowns.
That's wild. Wow. Rashad White had 50 receptions.
Yeah. And Fournette's gone this year. So, yeah, I love
That's
me some Rashad
interesting.
White. Love me
That's
some Rashad
interesting.
White this year, man.
Yeah, that's going to be
Fascinating.
interesting.
So there you go. Running backs do catch passes.
Yep, they do.
Last year,
Yeah, when you
Jacobs
look at it,
catching-
that's kind of interesting.
That was the first
Mhm.
time Jacobs has caught that many. That's why he blew up the way he did last year.
Yeah, he really
Mhm.
his stats were higher than usual for sure. Yeah, AJ, I have Stevenson long term. Yeah, Stevenson's looking real good. Real good. I like him. So, all right, Kyle or Captain, you guys got any would you rathers?
Yeah, I got one.
I know.
For redraft, Miles Sanders or J.K. Dobbins?
Miles Sanders for me.
Yeah, give me Sanders.
See, I was curious with this because I like Dobbins, but
I know you like Dobbins.
I'm just narrowly giving it to Dobbins, but I was curious. But then the one after that for redraft, instead of Miles Sanders, what about Damian Pierce?
We're going Sanders. Barely.
Wait, who are we comparing? Miles Sanders or Damian Pierce?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Pierce more as a player,
Yeah,
but
Mhm.
Miles Sanders doesn't have a Devin Singletary, and we don't know what that's going to look like yet.
that's also true.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I like Miles Sanders more there too. Boy, that's a toughie though. That's a toughie. That's
Yeah.
pretty close.
Yeah. And
That's
I'm probably still just barely going Pierce on that one, but there's so much like Sanders in a new offense. I think they still got what's his name, Hubbard's still there, and somehow he was still getting touches last year. So I don't know what's going to happen. That offense is going to be playing from behind a lot, I imagine. So see what
Yeah.
happens
Hubbard will get some work, but he's just not that good.
Hubbard's
Yeah,
over.
no,
Hubbard's not
for
that good.
sure he was, but he's still getting usage, which was odd. But it's like that offense is playing from behind. I don't know how much Sanders is going to get touched, which is unfortunate.
I mean, Canadians just don't play football well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're used to a bigger ball and a bigger field. The small field, it's weird. It's chaos. It's
Big balls.
yeah.
That's too funny. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I had an easier time saying Sanders over Dobbins than I did
That's another
Sanders
one.
over Pierce, which is kind of strange. But I just don't trust Dobbins too much being the second running option in that offense, I guess.
What about Madison versus Sanders?
I'll take Madison over Sanders.
Oh, we lost the captain again.
Yeah,
He went overboard without the ship. What the hell?
His his internet. He's got that publicly funded Canadian internet, I guess. I don't know. So it'll be back on soon. I'm going to
Dude, get you some
go.
of that American capitalism internet. Actually, that's not even true here. We've got monopolies here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Madison. I like the fact that I think Madison's going to have more scoring opportunities than Sanders will. So there's going to be more goal line opportunities. There's just going to be more opportunities there for Madison over Sanders, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree completely. Captain, what do you think about Madison versus Sanders?
I'm probably leaning Sanders. I don't know. Something about Madison, I don't believe in it. Like it's just I don't think he's that explosive and he doesn't tear off big runs like I don't think Sanders is going to do much of that in Carolina. I don't like they're pretty close, but I think it's Sanders just because I think he's the only real running back they have there. Whereas in Minnesota, I actually really like.
God, that internet's trash. Either
He's
that
got
or
me on the edge of my seat. I'm just like, you like who?
it's either his internet's bad or he's really thinking about what that backup's name is right now, and he can't remember. Man, we're gonna drop him. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. I see over here, Albert. I'm gonna hit this one up over here really quick. Tyreek Hill or Cooper Kupp?
Cup.
Yeah, I think I'm going Kupp still there. I love some Tyreek Hill, but Cooper just demands the targets.
Volume, yeah.
The targets are there, man. The volume is just insanity. And that also the their chemistry is just fantastic too. So yeah. I like Cooper Kupp there. Okay, Albert has one over here. Would you rather Devontae Smith or Chris Olave? English.
Give me Olave all day. Olave all day.
Yeah.
I like Smith. Don't get me wrong.
Olave. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Olave on that one.
All right, I'm on my phone now.
We got Captain Canada back.
Maybe the phone won't shit the bed, Fred.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll get him back on here. Yeah. Devontae Smith or Chris Olave. Kyle, you said you're going Olave on this one?
Yeah, I'm going Olave.
Same. I am going Olave.
I love him this year with the QB upgrade.
Stud.
I think he's gonna go nutty.
I mean, he was good with trash. So you give him a QB upgrade? Oh man, sign me up for that. Come on, Captain.
There we are. Working now?
There you go. You sound like you're underwater a little bit, but at least we can see you.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You taking Devontae Smith or Chris Olave?
Chris Olave. He's
Yeah.
got the best chance to be the number one in his offense.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Here's one more for you that you missed while you were gone. Are you taking Tyreek Hill or Cooper Kupp?
Kupp.
Yep, that's what we said too. What's your reasoning on that one?
Dude is just uber consistent. Dude, he's the guy there. Perennially puts up like 24, 25 points a game. Tyreek Hill is great. He can give you those 40-point weeks, but it could also be Waddle getting the 40-point weeks, and then he's not giving you much. So I just want – he's a stud. I want a guaranteed thing there so I can take risks at other positions.
Absolutely. Yep, I feel that. Okay, Kyle, do you got one for us?
Yeah, here's one for you. Drake London or Christian Watson?
Boy, that's harder than you'd think.
Yeah, London, I think.
I think London too. I think he has less competition for catches there, but
I like London as well. I like London as well. It is close, but I think he's got more.
London and Ritter have actually played together for part of a season.
They've actually played together, but he just looks more like an alpha receiver. Whereas Watson, I didn't watch a lot of Watson.
A really big Will Fuller.
But he's basically, he's just a deep threat speed demon type last year. So I'm like, it's not. He's not going to be consistent by any means. I think London will be much more consistent.
Yeah, I agree with that. More consistent.
And if Pitts stays healthy, I mean, that'll help open him up some too. So
yeah. All right, we got another one on IG here. David Montgomery or Swift?
Swift.
Yeah, give me Swift.
I'm going Swift there too.
Mm-hmm.
That one's also closer than it should be.
Yeah, and it's just because of, the passing game. Gibbs is going to catch pretty much all of the passes in Detroit.
Yeah.
Although Montgomery will have good touchdown upside, that's not as dependable. Swift,
that's only if Gibbs isn't breaking off the last 20 yards, so there's no red zone touches because he goes right through it on his runs.
Could be.
If he's housing every touchdown for 30 plus yards, I mean,
yeah.
But Swift, it sounds like they're really trying to get Swift involved in that offense in Philly and getting the ball.
Well, and Swift has a good chance. There's a good chance that Penny gets hurt, so it's possible that Swift is able to.
Well, the Swift injury possibility is what makes that closer than it should be.
Yeah.
But it really should. Swift has played a lot more games. Like, Breece Hall has played more games in the NFL than I think Rashad Penny has.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think so.
That's the scary stat.
That is.
Dude, I'm serious. I think if you, average Penny's games per season, it's got to be, 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think it's around 3.
It's not high. He's been in the league for, 5 years or something.
Hey, Captain, you keep your nails up pretty nice. We got a nice close-up view there.
Oh,
you got some.
Oh yeah, I'm typing because I got my phone down here. I got all tilted and stuff.
Got those pilot hands. Those are nice and lotioned up and taken well care of.
Try to.
Okay, so with Swift kind of being that one, Swift or James Conner?
I want Conner there.
I want Conner there.
I think I'm still going Swift.
I just think they're going to have to lean on Conner quite a bit while Kyler Murray's out. And then, I mean, he doesn't have much competition for touches around him. That's for sure.
Well, I think that's the problem. I think he can see a lot of back boxes.
Yeah, he'll probably miss a couple games because, he gets hurt. But he's proven he can be successful on bad teams in the past, Conner.
I mean, at this point, we can say every running back is going to get hurt. I feel like.
But at least Swift isn't he's not going to get the respect of defenses. They're going to be focusing everything on, not getting beat over the top with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith and Goddard. So it's
they have to respect Hurts' running ability too.
Exactly. So, I just feel like Swift is just going to be stupid efficient.
Those
he's already been.
it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
That
I'm
offense.
finding myself really high on Swift this year. I'm really liking Swift a lot. He's falling in like some drafts, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, I've waffled on him a lot. Like, oh yeah, he's going to be really great, and then but is he? I don't know how many carries is he actually going to get, or is he going to get hurt? Because I've also seen that offense score 4 rushing touchdowns and each one be by a different player. So
But I think that's
and
because
that's
it's, I don't
frustrating.
know. Yeah. What is that
So-
team?
My hesitations with Swift are not workload related, injury related.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's doing
What is
over
this?
there.
Fucking amateur
I don't know.
hour? Or what? Like, what are we
go.
doing over
Okay.
here?
We're good.
Who is this guy that we got on our show just shit in the bed?
Man, where is Tony when you need him?
You
all
on
right.
fancy phone stands.
Yeah, like that's what I got. I got a fancy phone stand right here for my IG going there. So
Okay, I got one for you where they're a little further apart in ADP than you'd think, but I feel like they're similar. Like Rashad White or James Cook.
Rashad White.
Yeah,
Rashad White for me as well.
White too. But James Cook's been getting a lot of hype recently just because of camp, and his coach said the coveted 3-down back phrase, but he's not going to be a 3-down back, right? Like, I don't believe that for a minute. Like,
I don't think so.
You don't bring Damian Harris in to let James Cook be a 3-down back.
Damian Harris is too good on early downs. There's no way. Like, could James Cook do what Stevenson did last year? Possibly. I doubt it. But
yeah, I don't see it.
All right, I'm going to switch up position a little bit here. And I'm going to say, do you want Kittle or Goddard?
Kittle. I'll take the brittle Kittle. Because, like, when he plays, I love it.
I want Kittle too.
Yeah.
I think they'll actually have pretty similar volume, but once Kittle gets the ball in his hands, like it's like Super Mario Brothers when you grab the star and you just can run through whatever. Like that's Kittle.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you're right. I mean, there's a lot of competition for touches on that offense for both of them, but I feel like so when Kittle gets it, there's going to be more done with it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he's just in a better spot.
Well, and tight end's one of those spots. Like, there's very few tight ends that can single-handedly win you a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I'm going reliable with Kupp instead of the 40 points that Waddle can put, or like Tyreek Hill can put up. Take the easy 25 with Kupp and then gamble for 40 from Kittle. Yep. And that's what I like. Like, tight end's a spot, take a shot. Have everything reliable elsewhere. Let him try to win you a week.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You want to do one more tight end one while we're here?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do Evan Ingram or Darren Waller.
Waller.
Give me some Waller.
I love Waller.
I love Waller too, but Waller also gets hurt all the damn time, and when he gets hurt, he's out for a long time. It just seems like it just drags on.
But for me, I think him in that offense is worth that risk.
He's the best receiver in that offense.
Easily.
He's the only receiver in that offense.
And I think Ingram's targets, I think, go down pretty significantly with Ridley in the mix this year. I don't think he's going to be. Honestly, I don't think Ingram's going to even be that close to what he did last year.
Do you think quality over quantity for his receptions, or no?
No.
Not really.
I think quality will be the same. It's just going to be, I think, Waller's going to see more.
He wasn't like a prolific touchdown scorer last year, Ingram. So I don't think, I don't know.
Like, he's surprised.
I don't think Ingram finishes in the top 10 this year.
Well, and a big part too is the one thing that surprised was Jacksonville going after who was it? Tank Bigsby. So like I wouldn't be surprised to see him like let ETN play out in like the slot. Even I could see him catching a lot more short yardage passes rather than
kind of the original plan with ETN and just kind of having kind of be all over the place. Kind of get back to that instead of just a true running back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just replace James Robinson with Tank Bigsby.
Yeah,
essentially. But yeah, I don't think Ingram even finishes in the top 10, 12 this year. But I think Waller does if he stays healthy.
Yep. Yeah, I think Waller could be really dangerous in this offense.
Mm-hmm.
If he stays healthy, that's the key. Yeah. But of course, we say that for half the players we talk about at least. Like, that's the thing. It's kind of unfair. Everyone has their injury histories at this point. So
look at Debo. Debo was brittle for years and then pumped out a huge season 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, and some guys, like I was talking with Corey the other night, like some guys will be injury prone for a while and then they'll just never really have an issue again. Stafford is a good example. His first few years in the league, he was always hurt. And then up until last year, he was hardly ever hurt. Frank Gore was another one. He started out the first couple years of his career. He was always hurt and then barely missed a game the rest of his career. So,
yeah,
there are ways to come out of that.
For sure.
Injury-prone status.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's another one from IG. Ridley or Keenan Allen?
I want Ridley.
That's tough. That's a lot closer than I thought it'd be.
I want Ridley on this one.
I think Keenan Allen's injury history.
He doesn't recover as quickly in his old age.
You want to say Ridley?
Yeah.
Plus the addition of Quentin Johnston.
That's so much closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like I've been high on Ridley, I thought, but I think I still have to go Allen. Just Herbert loves him.
Ridley's coming off a year off, dude. That's tough.
That's the other thing.
That's tough.
But he looks good. Like he
does look real good.
Like the clips I've seen, he's passing the eye test. He looks really good.
He's fast and he's sharp and he's just Ridley looks fantastic.
He does.
Yeah. Yep. I think he could be dangerous. But so I'm gonna go Ridley there. Albert kind of read my mind. I was gonna go towards some quarterbacks. So let's hop over here to Albert's quarterback question. Justin Herbert or Justin Fields? And I'm gonna go with Justin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Justin Fields too.
Well, they're both named Justin. So.
It's funny. I was expecting if at least one of you went Herbert, I was going to ask what if it was only a 4-point passing TD league, just to see if that would change it. But you already went Fields, so it don't even matter if you whether it's 4 or 6 points. But it's I like Fields too. I've been really high on him.
The rushing upside is just too valuable. Plus, Herbert burned me last year. He played so bad.
Yeah, and it's not like his offensive coordinator's the most consistent. So that makes me nervous.
Everybody's talking up like, oh, Kellen Moore's going to open up this offense, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, he's not. I watched him in Dallas for years. Like, it's not going to be any more pass happy than it was previously.
Yeah.
And it's all going to be short, freaking stupid passes and stuff. Screens and garbage. So that's one thing coming out of Dallas Cowboys camp this year is some of the players, I forget which one it was now the other day, but it's like Gallup or something, talking about, oh, he's looking for the deep ball again, talking about Dak. I'm like, yeah, because Kellen Moore never let him throw it down the damn field. He wanted to do screen passes and little short junk all the time.
Yeah, 3rd and 8. Let's run a 3-yard route. Like, geez, okay. Okay, Dak
at center.
Speaking of Dak, exactly. Let's put Zeke at center. It's no wonder he can't run anymore. He got paralyzed. All right. Speaking of Dak Prescott, Dak or Kirk Cousins?
Cousins. That's coming from a Cowboys fan.
It has to be Dak. I can't stand Kirk. I can't trust him.
Oh, you don't like that, huh?
That offense he's in, man, it's too good.
Oh.
I think, but Dak is going to have more weapons around him. I think he's quicker on his feet.
They've also said they're going to run the ball a lot.
Defense is better. I don't know. That's a toughie.
I can't trust Kurt. I don't trust him. Can't trust him.
Yeah.
He can put up stinkers. I don't like him.
I think I'm actually going Dak here too.
Yeah.
All right, Dak or Tua?
Tua.
Tua.
All right, Tua or Goff?
Tua,
yeah.
I'm going Goff on that one. I was with you on Tua over Dak. I'm going Goff.
What?
That offense is going to be gross.
Like in the Lions, Goff?
Yeah, I mean, Goff produced big time.
Their offense is going to be ridiculous, and Tua is like one hit away from retirement.
Yeah, but you only need him for one season. It's redraft.
I know, but if you only get one game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that little head game. Okay, so let's go with what our YouTube cover photo was tonight. Do you want Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts?
Hurts.
Josh Allen.
Freaking A.
He wants his fellow cold weather guy because he's a...
Yeah. But Allen's going to rush for more touchdowns himself.
I think. Okay, so here's my question: are they outlawing the push from behind quarterback sneaks at the goal line?
It won't matter. Josh Allen's so big.
No, I'm talking for Jalen Hurts.
Oh, it don't matter.
That'll hurt
Josh Allen anyway.
Because Hurts scored a lot of touchdowns that way. So,
well, I think this year Hurts has to throw a whole lot more too.
Yeah.
Last year they barely played. I was looking at the numbers first half or second half of game splits for him last year. Is ridiculous. They barely played in the second half because they were blowing everybody out. They got a much more competitive schedule this year. I really think Hurts is a guy there.
Yeah.
He'll throw for more this year than he did last year.
Yeah, let's see. Hurts is going to have a comeback to earth year. Yeah, I mean, Tristan over here says he thinks Hurts is going to have a little bit come back down to earth. He had too good of a season last year. I don't know. I think that style of play in that offense will keep him.
I think he's got that. I think Old Boy on Instagram's got that backwards. I think he improves this year.
I think he does about the same probably. The thing with Hurts is he has just so many weapons around him, right? Yeah. Josh Allen, like, not really.
Big.
Yeah, it's Diggs and okay, so Gabe Davis. Okay, like it's pretty much all he's got is Diggs.
And himself.
And they're supposedly talking about him running less. I don't think that can happen.
Everybody's talking about James Cook. They get Damian Harris. I could see them trying.
I do like Damian Harris. I think Damian Harris.
I could see them trying to have him not run as much and take as many hits, but like that's just part of his game. Like he's gonna scramble and create those runs regardless.
Well, when you drop back for a pass and your only receiver is Diggs and he's not open, you got to take off running.
Well, it's like just regardless of what they're calling, like he's gonna have those runs where he just tucks it and goes. But you know, Kincaid at least gives him somewhat of another target if he gets in there his rookie year, like everybody seems to think he will. I don't think he will, but I don't know. I'm all in on Hurts this year. That's my guy at quarterback. I really think he's gonna improve his numbers and surpass Mr. Allen.
I mean, for me, it's yes and yes.
I don't think there's a wrong answer, but yeah.
Do you want either of them more than Patrick Mahomes?
No.
Yeah, I think it's got to be no because I think it's a similar. Like I said it last year for Mahomes when he lost Tyreek Hill, that it's going to be similar to when Watson lost Hopkins, where it's going to force him to spread the ball and defense. He'll just be able to play as a talented quarterback. He's going to he's going to be like Oprah. Everybody gets a touchdown, and he's just going to have 4 by the end of it himself. So
yeah,
for redraft, Mahomes is still the number 1. In Dynasty, I got Hurts number 1, man. That's my dude.
Interesting.
because he's 4 years younger than
So-
Allen.
Who is AJ staying away from? I gotta know. As an Eagle fan, I'm staying away from who?
I think he spelled Hurts up in the chat. Yeah, he spelled it Hurts.
He did, but then he said Kyle, my man. And then as an Eagles fan, I'm staying away. Oh man,
Weird.
I'm curious about that because I honestly I don't think I answered my Allen versus Hurts, but I think I might be taking Hurts there too, just because the opportunity is just insane. It's
Mhm.
just insane. And when you talk about tucking and running, I think Hurts is still going to be quicker to tuck and run with the ball than Josh Allen is. So you're going to get those scramble points in fantasy because he's still just a little less experienced. Just kind of thinking back to his college days and his decision making and stuff. He tucks quick. And so yeah, I think I'm going Hurts there just because you're going to get some of those junk yards there. So yeah, that's just where I'm going.
All right. I got a running back one I want to figure out.
Cool, let's do
So,
it.
do we know if Kamara's getting suspended or not yet?
We do not. He's
Not
supposed to be
yet.
meeting with Goodell. I would assume
Okay.
so.
Okay, but assuming, how many games do you think he gets then?
6.
Okay, so Kamara minus 6 games, or I'm just going by ADP here because I'm shocked at where he is, or David Montgomery.
Oh, give me Montgomery. I'll take
Really?
Montgomery over Kamara with all the games.
Really?
I think Kamara's done. I think he's toast, bro.
Oh my god! All right. Wow. Okay. Goodness. I was gonna work my way up the list, but you just eliminated
Shut it
that.
down on the first one.
Good heavens!
I don't want anything to do with Kamara, man.
Ah, man, I would definitely take the shot on Kamara than Montgomery. Montgomery's not going to win.
What round are we sitting in making this decision in the draft?
Um,
What's my value on Kamara? Where's he sitting at?
round 8.
Oh yeah, give me Kamara in round 8.
Well, that's where he is. They have him ranked at 81. RB 27. Montgomery's 28. One right after him. All right, so Kyle's out on Kamara. You'd rather have Montgomery. So Corey, you didn't answer.
Well, that's what I just said. I just said Kamara. If that late in the draft,
All right, Kamara or Javonte Williams?
Javonte Williams.
I'd
Okay.
take Javonte over Montgomery.
So they're both likely going to miss 6 games, and you're taking Javonte on a hopefully repaired ACL over Kamara.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'd take Javonte with an amputated leg over Kamara.
Kamara just fucking died, eh?
Now I get that Alvin
He's
Kamara
dead to me.
ruined my Christmas a couple years ago with all those touchdowns against me on the finals week, but I'm not that down on him. But yeah, I'm taking Javonte Williams, and I don't think Williams is going to miss 6 games. I think it's going to be 4.
Probably. But even still, like, guys don't look good their first year after that knee surgery. Like,
No, but who has Sean Payton now? Is it Kamara or is it Javonte Williams? That's what I thought. Javonte Williams stole the coach.
That backup is.
I want that one.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I was just crazy. I'm just like scrolling through. I see Kamara. I'm like, what? Like, goodness, that's low.
Real low.
Like, oh man.
Sucks
Okay.
to suck.
So Isaiah Pacheco or Montgomery? Because I saw Pacheco's down here as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, give me Pacheco there.
I want Pacheco there.
Pacheco or
I like
Javonte?
Oh, that's tough.
Give me Pacheco there.
I think you have to go Pacheco there.
I think so too. I'm not a Pacheco guy, but it's
I think you have to go Pacheco there.
Pacheco or Swift.
Swift.
Yeah, give me Swift on that one.
Pacheco or Rashad White.
White.
Pacheco or who?
Rashad White.
Oh, I thought you said Chubb White. I was like,
No, Rashad White. Rashad. Chad.
give Give me White.
Give me Rashad.
Yeah. Trying to think of who else was there. Goodness. Yeah, that was interesting to see him there.
What about
Pacheco or Gibson?
Oh, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Nice.
Gibson. It was what I was gonna compare it to as well. And
I like Gibson this year a lot.
I think I got to go Gibson there too.
Nice.
But I'll take White over Gibson.
Yes, I would do White over Gibson too. Do we think Bieniemy helps Gibson this year?
I think no J.D. McKissick helps Gibson more than
That's
Bieniemy
true.
helps Gibson.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones or Ken Walker?
Shit.
Jones.
Yeah, I think I'm. Both are gonna split carries quite a bit, probably.
Walker's not a receiver though. Aaron Jones can catch some passes. I'll take
But
that.
Geno can throw better than whoever that dumpster fire is in green.
Oh, you don't love him?
No. Actually, there's no love lost.
Kyle, you got nothing on that one?
Love stinks.
Okay, there you go. I love it.
Yeah. I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I'd do anything for that, but I won't do love.
Yeah. Nice.
I think God. Walker probably gets more scoring opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that maybe gives him the leg up there.
Yeah. And I think like you have to respect the receivers there, so I think he'll have more running room.
You know what I could see happening though? I could see Love having a Geno Smith type thing happen where everyone's just like, oh, I guess they're writing this season off and Geno Smith is their quarterback. Then he comes out and performs well. And everyone's just like, what the
you know what I could see happening? I could see Pete Carroll getting on the 1 yard line and throwing it.
Not anymore. I'm gonna have to go with AJ on this. On meatloaf, the ketchup glaze is phenomenal on a meatloaf. I love meatloaf. I had meatloaf this week.
Meatloaf is one of my favorites.
It is.
My mom's
right.
loaf.
So
not
is
all
it
meatloaf is created equal.
Or ketchup glaze? You get one.
Wait. You get either the meatloaf or the ketchup glaze?
Dude,
Yeah.
the glaze goes on the meatloaf.
No. We're splitting it up for this. This is a Would You Rather episode. It's Would You Rather. Meatloaf, glaze.
That's a
just
Canadian
ketchup
glaze.
Give me the meatloaf, no glaze.
I don't know what kind of crap y'all are getting up to up there in Canada, but that's not okay.
How about meatloaf with maple syrup on it? Ready, go.
I think that's not bad, actually.
It's pretty good.
Okay, James. Ketchup glaze or maple syrup?
I mean, the ketchup glaze is pretty iconic.
It is.
And now, if you did like a maple syrup glaze with something else, maybe some like crushed walnuts or something like that, it could be nice. Go a little crazy with it.
Are we done yet? I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, no joke. This is crazy.
All right, back to football. Mixon or ETN?
Mixon.
Okay, hold on. Say that again, and then I've got a big question up here on IG. Say it again. Mixon or who?
So, ETN. Travis Etienne.
Give me Mixon.
Nice. I agree with that.
Okay, we got a question over here on IG. Superflex League, 12 teams.
So it's a toddler league. Superflex is for toddlers.
Yeah, toddler league. Got pick 9 and pick 16. It says Mahomes and Allen. Would that be worth? Mock didn't go terrible. Should I go for it in my actual draft?
Can you get Mahomes at 9?
You're not going to be able to get Mahomes and Allen.
If you're in a Superflex, you are not getting Mahomes at 9.
No, you're not getting
Guaranteed.
Mahomes
If
or Allen.
you
at
can
9.
start that somehow at 9 and are you sure it's super flex? You don't just think it's super flex?
I think
Was
he didn't mock super flex.
There's no way you mock Superflex because
he did a
those two guys
regular
are going
mock.
in the first 5 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
do a
those guys
regular
have
mock
to be in the
and
top
add that to a
5.
super flex league draft. Like that's not gonna
Like,
happen. You
even
got
to
pick
try
9.
to create a scenario where people go nuts, you're looking at like Chase, JJ, freaking CMC, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp is 5. Then you're getting to like Mahomes. Like, there's no way you can even make
No.
it to 9. There's no.
Usually in a super flex league, after about pick 7, people get away from QBs because they start dropping off. You take one of those top at the other positions and then get a second round.
Yeah,
QB.
that's where you grab like Justin Jefferson or like Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the second round, you'll grab a QB.
Yeah, there's no way you're getting those guys. If you can, then not just yes, but hell yes.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's just no way. No.
He said sleeper app is a bunch of bots. Then I actually got both. yeah, a bunch of bots. Or you didn't mock Superflex. I'm not sure. That's
you might not have had as I say, you might not have
feel like-
mocked super flex.
I feel like people also don't read the mocks they join. People will just join and not listen to the rules and like, oh, look at all this like team I drafted. And you're like, yeah, you didn't listen.
Yeah. It
Someone's
wasn't a
like, "Oh,
super flex
man."
mock, so nobody was taking QBs in the first round.
right.
But an actual super flex mock, QBs will go
Yeah, you won't get that.
almost exclusively in the first round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I think I had 7. I think I had like 7 or 9 last year in my Scott Fishbowl satellite, and I got Justin Jefferson with my first pick because it was just a run of QBs.
Who did you end up getting as your QB?
Tua and Justin Fields. So I actually did really
Justin
well.
Fields, nice, yeah.
Those two did really good for me until Tua kind of got hurt, but then so I was just running exclusively Justin Fields for the rest of the year. But I went pretty far. I think I made it up to the semifinal week where like you're in like a pool of 4 and then they only take 1 after that. So I had to win one more week, I think, and I would have been in.
Nice.
Yeah. Heartbreaking.
Not too shabby though.
But I mean, first 2 picks were Justin Jefferson and CMC. So I was running. I was loving it.
No doubt.
Yeah. And then Tua and Justin Fields putting up 40s every now and then. Woo.
Yeah,
Loved it.
just running the gamut.
The problem is you won't be able to get Fields as late this year as you did last year.
Nope.
Or Lawrence, for that matter.
Mm.
Like your super flex, that first round is going to go Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Burrow, Jackson, Fields,
Herbert.
Herbert. Like, how many is that? 7 or 8 we just listed off. Like, that's going to be your first round. You're going to have your pick at 9 of any other position.
Yeah.
But you're not getting a top 8 quarterback.
Okay, guys, we're going to get into the nitty gritty now. Ready? Do you want Justin Tucker or Tyler Bass?
Tucker. Dude, he's a freaking goat.
Yeah, that's fair, but I'm going to take the Bass.
Ooh.
Slapping the Bass. Tucker's
Slapping
all
the
worn out.
Bass.
He's worn out.
Slapping the
nothing
Bass.
You kiss my Bass.
I'm going Justin Tucker on that. I got to just stick with him. Love the man. All right, that's the only kicker one I'm going to give. Tristan the Kid has Kelsey Mahomes, DK, Mixon, Ayuk, Pickens, and James Conner through the first 7 rounds of a 12-teamer. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
I like you got
do you have 2 running backs there? Were the 2 running backs?
Looks like it was no, don't have 2. Oh yeah, James Conner and Mixon.
Okay.
I mean, with
That's okay.
Kelsey and Mahomes, and then wide receivers DK, Ayuk, Pickens. That's pretty decent. That's a
I'd rock with that team, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. I love that Mahomes Kelsey stat. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nobody cares, Pat McAfee.
I'm actually with AJ on that one. But
yeah, I'll take Pat McAfee.
He was a punter. He didn't kick field goals, so.
Dan, what's up? Welcome in. He wants to know, would you rather Mixon or Stevenson?
Stevenson.
Mixon.
Oh, motherfucking! I went Stevenson here.
Hey, they're both Sooners. You can't go wrong.
That's right, Boomer Sooner.
Yeah.
So true. Here we go. Would you rather Kittle or Walker?
That's weird with different positions. Like, kind of depends on your team need. In a vacuum,
I'm gonna say Waller. I bet that's Waller. Kittle or Waller. Yeah, there we go. Dan says Waller.
Yeah.
So would you rather Kittle or Waller?
for redraft, give me Waller. I really think he's gonna do good this year, man.
I do too. Like my heart is saying it's Kittle. My brain is doing similar things and saying Waller because it's like I think he's gonna get volume there because he's it. Whereas in San Francisco, like Ayuk's looking better and better. They still have Debo. Like they still have CMC who's catching a crap ton of passes now.
Well, that's the way I am. Like with Kittle, I want to pick Kittle because I love him as a player. Always been a big fan of Kittle, but I think
I am still going Kittle. Like it's that big play. Like
Waller.
he's gonna win me weeks.
I agree. I think I have to go with Kittle here. Now this is funny. We got the same question on both platforms here from different people. So one says Stevenson, even if Zeke coming in when we picked Stevenson over Mixon, and then over here, yeah, it says what if Zeke signs with the Patriots? So what do you guys think if Zeke signs with the Patriots? Does that hurt Stevenson?
I'm switching to Mixon if Zeke signs there.
Really?
I honestly don't think it'll change too much.
I don't think it'll change much.
Stevenson looked really good, and he's still going to catch a lot of passes, and Zeke did look pretty tired last year.
The difference is Zeke has always still been really good at the goal line.
Yes.
Stevenson didn't do great at the goal line last year.
But the Pats won't be at the goal line.
I think Zeke – that's fair.
They won't get there.
That's fair. Well, I'm just saying, I think Zeke hurts what little touchdown upside Stevenson does have.
Yeah.
I think Zeke would be enough for me to change from Stevenson to Mixon. Yeah.
I was mixed from the get-go, but yeah, I don't think Zeke's going to hurt Stevenson too much. He'll still catch a lot of passes. He was never going to get touchdowns in that trash offense. Yeah.
I think I'm going to stick with Stevenson here just because of his catch passing. But I don't know. I don't feel like Zeke's going to take away from Stevenson very much. Right.
Nah.
So,
Zeke's just going to be putting in a chowder at the end of the year.
He's not old Zeke, you know?
No.
And name me a team that doesn't have two pretty capable running backs, you know? So it's going to happen. And it's
the way the league's going.
Oh yeah. And it's going to get worse and worse. So
I can name you one right now. The Colts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For anyone that hasn't been looking, rookie profiles are on the Instagram page, and A-Chain, that's my whole thing. He's going to be running back of the future because we're looking at two running back teams like what Mitchell and CMC have been doing. A-Chain's going to be the CMC of that offense. It's going to be sweet. Throwing that out there.
I like it. Yeah, so will Stevenson get over 300 snaps with Zeke coming in?
I don't think so.
No.
300's too much.
300's a lot.
Like, even Zeke will just be out there as a decoy. Like, it's...
Taking Hill or Kelsey if you're on the clock?
Kelsey.
I think I'm taking Kelsey there too, just because...
Yeah, it's redraft.
Yeah, and wide receivers are much deeper.
Yeah, but I also like the idea of having Hill and doubling up in the second round. I've really been liking the mocks where I've taken two wide receivers in the first two rounds. So I'm probably going.
You got a shot at Kelsey. You can't skip Kelsey this year, man.
Okay, so are you taking? Do you prefer Hill or Waddle, or is it just yes?
In redraft, it's Hill for me.
I think honestly, flip a coin between the two. if I'm being
'Cause-
Oh,
honest.
for sure. But
Because I think you can get Kelsey in that first round. You might be able to get Waddle in the second.
Mhm.
yeah,
So,
be my
I'm
move.
taking Kelsey and then aiming for Waddle after.
In fact, we just did it in a league, so it's in a 12-teamer.
That's
so it's
exactly
definitely
right.
possible.
We did it in a 12 team. We were doing that. I like taking Hill and another wide receiver, then maybe Kittle or Waller later in drafts. Yeah, it's hard. Kelsey is so reliable, right?
Yeah.
And you're not hoping for the big game from Kelsey because you're most likely going to get it, right? It's weird when he doesn't score 2 touchdowns in a game.
Mhm.
And then he's also going to stay healthy. The dude's just reliable. So that's why Kelsey has a huge advantage. He's a week in, week out advantage over your opponent.
Well, because if you go with the first option there, you're going to get Hill and maybe like Olave, and then you end up with Kittle or Waller. Or you take Kelsey and you end up with a Waddle and maybe like a Drake London. Like, give me that Kelsey one.
Or you end up
But-
getting a pretty decent running back if there's a run on wide receivers or something there.
Well, that's just it. But I think it's some mocks are weird. Like depending where you're grabbing Hill. If you're grabbing Hill in that kind of that 7 to 9 range, I think there's a shot that you could get someone like CeeDee Lamb or like Garrett Wilson in the second.
Yeah.
Like it's been weird. Like I've been seeing Lamb a lot.
I don't
in the
think you'll
middle
get
of that
Lamb.
second.
Lamb has been creeping up, but
Yeah,
Wilson,
Lamb-
Olave, St. Brown, those are the kinds of guys that you get a shot at in the second for sure.
Yeah, CD's going really early in a lot of
Yeah.
these drafts lately.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to catch up over here on IG a little bit. We got the 7th overall pick. Realistically, where should I go? It's going to be tough because you don't know how the guys in front of you are going to pick, right? So that's
It has
really
to be best
tough.
available, but
We had 7th in our league that we're drafting now, and we went Kelsey at 7. So
Yeah, we went Kelsey at 7 in our redraft. But it also, like, I'm guessing it's PPR. I'm going to assume that's PPR.
I think
but-
it has to be a wide receiver unless CMC is there because there's a run on wide receivers for whatever reason. But I
Yeah.
doubt it.
Receivers
Even
are very
Eckler?
popular. Receivers are
Eckler.
very popular this year. I think you got a shot. Like, I'd be okay taking. You're not going to get Jefferson or Chase or Cup, but
Or
I'd be
AJ
totally fine
Brown or
with 7.
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 7, you could definitely get a CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown. If you're not into the Kelsey thing, I'd shoot for one of them. Wilson, I'm okay with there too. So
There's going to be
grab-
some good stuff.
I'd grab one of those. I'm not in on the run. A lot of people don't seem to be in on the running backs this year like they have been in the past.
Not unless they're receiving running back like McCaffrey or Eckler. Those are like the only 2 guys kind of making it up in there right now.
Yeah.
So
I've been
really
drafting
getting up
this
in
for
there.
years, and now everybody's screwing up my strategy.
Yeah, they're messing it up. All right, rookie tight ends don't fare well in fantasy. Does Kincaid change the mold?
No.
I
Laporta
think
does.
he could. Because like look at where all the other rookie like tight ends have gone. Who's had this opportunity? Like Pitts goes to a tired quarterback and then a new quarterback. Cheapers. Like Engram had whatever New York was for all those years ago.
So bad.
Goodness, I can't even tell. Like Josh Allen is elite, and there's no number 2 on that offense. Like
Right.
the opportunity is absolutely gross. Like it's I don't. Everything points to that he should. And he's so talented. I love Dalton Kincaid. I'll have a rookie profile on him later this week for you guys. He's so good. He's my favorite rookie tight end for this year, and just I just don't know how he doesn't succeed. It's just, yeah, I just can't. There's no one else. There's absolutely no one else.
Okay, I got a question for you. I know this is a redraft one, but long term, of the rookies, Mayer, whatever, Laporte and Kincaid, which one do you think long term is most successful fantasy wise in the NFL?
Laporta. I love Sam Laporta so much. I just watch him more and more. The problem is going to be him just getting on the field initially because he's like purely an offensive weapon. Like he's like another Kittle essentially. Except I think Kittle can block decently well, whereas Laporta doesn't do it as much. Whereas Kincaid does everything awesome. Like he blocks well enough to get on, and he's just a great safe pass catcher. But Laporta is just a freak. He is so sweet offensively. Dude is so smooth. Oh, man. People are going to quickly forget Hawkinson was ever there in Detroit.
Yeah. They'll split him out just a little bit, stand him up off the line, and just go.
Yeah, Laporta and Kincaid are my two favorites. But I think Laporta he's got the highest ceiling. I'll say that. Whether he is the best chance to be successful or not, but he's got the highest ceiling.
Well, and like, he can learn to block. You know what I mean? Like the next year or two, if he spends the next year or two really learning how to block, he could be on the field for every offensive play after that going forward. You know, like.
But at the same time, do you want Kittle throwing blocks out there, or do you want Kittle down the field for a pass? Like, do they even want him to block? Is the other thing.
Yeah, I like Laporta a lot too.
Like Laporta could be like a Kittle, and Kincaid could be like a Andrews.
I think someone like Kittle has the advantage in that offense that those defenders kind of have to be on their heels a little bit at all times. You know, like there's so many weapons that they don't know if Kittle's going to block them or bump them and run or anything. And then, you know, with the running backs that they have, and like that is such a dangerous offense. I feel like that plays to Kittle's blocking quite a bit. I think that helps him out.
Hopefully Laporta stays healthier than Kittle, though.
Hopefully.
Yeah, right.
But
you got your comparisons, though. You're calling Kittle or Kincaid could be like Andrews and Laporta could be like Kittle. I think Mayer would probably be more like a Jason Witten,
Yeah. I just did a rookie profile on Mayer yesterday. Go to the Instagram page and check it, everyone. But the one thing Mayer does really well, dude's a basketball player. Dude high points the ball so well, and he boxes everyone out. So every contested catch isn't contested because he goes up and he gets this huge body in the way.
You know,
and guys can't do anything.
Like
you know what that means?
You can only interfere him. That's all you can do.
That makes him an end zone target kind of guy.
Just a red zone kind of guy.
Yeah.
The uber athletic tight end has become such a thing that everyone's kind of like the running quarterback. You know, at first everyone's like, and then it becomes the thing, right? And now that uber athletic tight end is also becoming a thing. It's making that tight end position
it's a mismatch for linebackers.
Oh, absolutely.
And it forces defenses to get these really lanky, athletic, fast linebackers. And it opens up, instead of blocking for the running backs, you're creating a weaker run stopper for the running backs instead, which I think it's funny how that's how the game's evolving.
Yep.
It is funny because when you look back, like people have always been squeamish about early round tight ends. Excuse me. Like you have Jimmy Graham and Gronk was really kind of the beginning of this movement, it feels like. Because before that,
he's back in New Orleans.
Like, you had good tight ends. Like, you had your Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates, but they weren't, like, this kind of new breed of tight end still. I feel like Graham and Gronk kind of started the movement. And now, like, everybody's kind of going that way.
But I think it's the difference in scoring, too. Like, Gronk and Graham, they were scoring like wide receivers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else, they scored like tight ends do. Like the Higbees of today and the Hayden Hursts, and it's like 7 points. Oh, dandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to rely on
it. Right there. 20 yards and a touchdown. Oh, boy, golly.
All right. Does Charbonnet or Walker finish higher this year in fantasy? Let's just assume no injuries happen.
Walker.
Charbonnet. I'm going to say Charbonnet. He's the pass catcher of the two. I think he'll end up with
Walker's a very comfortable pass catcher. He just didn't do it a lot at Michigan. He's very comfortable catching the ball. like both are very good running backs. I was so sad when Charbonnet went to Seattle.
Yeah, it's not a good.
My heart broke because he was the guy I really wanted in rookie drafts.
I think if Charbonnet goes to Atlanta instead of Bijan, we're talking about him being a top 10 running back. Like,
Yep,
he's that good. But yeah, he just got stuck there with Walker.
I agree. I'm gonna go with Walker still.
Walker's just so good.
Talk to me next off season. Might be a different story. Once
After you see how they finish, and then you
just after. No, I'm not talking about this season. Next off, yeah, ask me next off season, and I'll tell you who finishes higher this year. No, I'm talking like after Charbonnet gets a year in that system, then going into the 2024 season, it might be Charbonnet. Then I might change it. So we'll see. But that's a two-headed monster that. If I was a defense, I wouldn't want to deal with it. But if I'm a fantasy owner, I'm also not wanting to deal with it.
Which one do you think is older?
Well, since you put it that way, I'm going to say Charbonnet.
I'll say
Charbonnet. Both 22.
But when's their birthday, James?
Yeah, that much I don't know. I have to look it up now.
Well, now you got to look it up since you brought up the question. Yep.
All right.
But also impressive that they're both 22.
Okay, so it's definitely Charbonnet because he's born in January. Or he could have already just turned 22. Right, so he's born in 21 or 2001.
God, 2001.
Right?
That's not right.
And Ken Walker was born October 2000. So he's 2 months older.
Stupid.
But Charbonnet played 4 years, I think, so at school. So
how old is Kenny McIntosh? Maybe he's older than both of them.
If he's anything like his quarterback was, 12th year senior, out there winning national championships.
Yeah, McIntosh is older. He's 23.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed that.
Yeah, he's March of 2000. But McIntosh will just be a pure pass catcher. Like that's all he's gonna do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're past our time. It's been fun. We're at 11:15, so let's go ahead and wrap this sucker up. That was fun. It's almost like draft decisions.
Always is.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Captain. I'm glad I was able to pop on this week, not so sickly. And Kyle, fun as always. So, anywho, y'all got anything you want to say before we sign off this sucker?
Just stay tuned for the rookie profiles coming in hot.
Oh yeah. And they'll be on Instagram, and then they will soon live on the Fantasy Football Network social media website that we're this close to being on. It's going to be amazing. So guys, go get signed up on there. We'll start advertising for that soon as well. So
we're in the vinegar strokes of getting that thing launched.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. So awesome. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night, and we'll talk to you next time.
Good night.
Appreciate you.